comments. This is your section. This is where we take your YouTube comments after our instant reaction and player rating videos. Joe, who does all our amazing graphics, get on Twitter. Joe does designs. Hit him up. He'll do some nice graphics for your Twitter and all the rest of it. He picks them as well. He's picked them quite early this week. He sent the email very early, so I'm interested to see what he's got. So if you put some on later on, you know, sweary, boozy comments, you probably won't have got in. Let's get in straight into it. It was Everton 4, Man City 0. Best performance of the season. Grizz Frank says, so happy to see Lookman get some time to play and to score with so little time. Really happy for him. And Davis scoring 2. What a great game. Grizz Frank is happy. He's just happy. He's happy with life, as all Blues are. Lookman, what an incredible story. Comes on for the last 3 minutes. Probably just to be like, this is Goodison. Get on there, lad. No worries. Nothing to worry about. Get on there. First touch, immaculate. Second touch, back of the net. At the Gladys Street. People wait their entire lives. Some players, just imagine Tony Hibbert. Imagine Tony Hibbert. Boiled blue. Give blood, sweat, maybe other fluids, I don't know, for Everton Football Club. And he plays all those games. He's at the club for his entire career. And he scores in his own testimonial, fine. This kid scores after 3 minutes. And he's just like, he's asked afterwards what he thought. He was just like, yeah, it was a start. Good chance to score a goal. I took it well. Oh my God, amazing stuff. Yeah, and Davies. Going to be talking a lot about Davies. I feel like we don't want to talk too much about Davies because we've already done it. We've already talked about it. Meant nothing to us this week. We knew this was coming. So we move on to Everton 1, who says, what a win. Morales, Lukaku and Lookman, all great finishes. Davies' goal was quality. You could tell how much it meant to the players and Koeman. Koeman got the tactics spot on. What an atmosphere, and Lookman to get the win. I don't think Lookman quite got the winner, did he? Didn't really get the winner. Everything was just perfect for once. It was a perfect day. I know what was dead nice. You mentioned Koeman there. Just seeing Koeman when Lookman scored. It was like Hannibal in the 18. Big cigar in his mouth. Just be like, I love it when a plan comes together, because basically the plan did come together. Everything worked perfectly, and Lookman was just a cherry on top of the cake. It really was, just for him to get on. They just paid this fortune about it. Last week they're all having a moan about what's his name, Steve Walsh. Oh, and you know, Steve Walsh is signing. Bang, goal. Perfect. But as you mentioned there, Morales played really well. Lukaku played really well, and Tom Davies is just the Ketwick Kaiser, isn't he? He's just on a different level to all of us. Different plane. He's on a kind of Doctor Strange kind of plane. Different levels. Yeah, we'll say no more. Patrick Mac 1 ESC says, what a day at Goodison. Thought the manager got a spot on. The players give everything, and it was perfect response after last week. By the way, loving the graphics, Joe. Yes. I wonder why Joe picked this one. I wonder why. Is that all you have to do? You just go like, Joe, I love your graphics. Oh yeah. To be fair though to Joe, he's growing a bit of a cat beard as well. So you know, you don't really see that on Twitter. He's modelling himself on Tom Davies. Yeah, what a day. As I say, it's the same kind of theme. Joe, start mixing these up, lad. Don't let them butt you with the comments. It was a perfect response to last week. It was Everton, though, wasn't it? That's Everton in a nutshell. When we got beat by Liverpool in the semi-final, go to Old Trafford the next week and we draw 4-4. You know, this is what we do. This is Everton in a nutshell. You have a bad result, and the following week you smash one of the best teams in the league. That's Everton for you. Chuff says, we desperately need a captain. No clear leader to grill the players on the pitch. Am I getting these mixed up? This seems like a Leicester one, this to me. Yeah, we'll move on. Jem May says, great vid. Koeman and the players got it spot on today. I wasn't happy when I saw Barry's name in the starting 11, but it was great along with Davis. Baines was spot on too. Proper winners with the combination of new players challenging for places in the squad and homegrown passion that is already there. Boss day today. Looking forward to the run-in. Effing kisses all around. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like sometimes this is why I never comment on the starting 11, because I always think, let's see what happens, let's see what the tactics are before we start kicking off. You know, Barry yesterday, to be fair, I sent a little message to Baz. I was like, Barry, in the starting lineup when you've got Snardlin, what's he doing there? You know, but then you watch the game and Barry fitted perfectly in the tactics. We sat really deep, and that helped Barry because he didn't have to get too involved at the play. Just sat in front of the back four, helped break things up, and then just used the ball cleverly to, not cleverly obviously because he plays for Watford now. You know, giving it to Tom Davies, giving it to Ross, having the option of Morales, having Seamus down the right. So that worked perfectly, and it's a lovely mix at the moment, same yesterday, of young players. Holgate, Tom Davies. Okay, Ross is a little bit older, but he's still a young player, and you've got a lovely little mix at the moment. And you know, when you think, when people said, oh, Ronald Koeman doesn't play young players, well, he's playing them and he's getting the best out of them. So a great day. Mark Pendleton, I think we've mixed another one up there as well. State ESC says, great performance by the lads today and thoroughly deserved 3 points. That's the benchmark now. Up the Toffees. That is the benchmark, you're right. We all said Arsenal was the benchmark, but yesterday was the benchmark. But I think what we've got to remember though is yesterday was tactically spot on, but not everybody's going to come to Goodison and play like Man City did. Other clubs are going to start coming now playing very defensively, and it'll be up to us to be on the flip side of that and be a very attacking side. We played very much on the counter attack against Manchester City. That's, I suppose, that's the problem for managers. They have to, and Martinez had this problem in the first season. Teams come to us and we set up and we played like that. You remember the Arsenal game, you remember the Man United game. We played on the counter attack those days. It was when teams come up and set the stall out, pressed us really high. So even though yesterday was the benchmark for atmosphere, for levels of just levels of everything, levels of play, levels of attitude, levels of tactics, there's going to be games where we're going to have to take it to the opposition. And so yes, it was an amazing day, but I can't wait to see the other side of Everton. That's the most important thing when you've got to go to the opposition teams and put your best attacking game at them. Blue Man Paul says, people complain about 3 at the back, but it's the only way we can accommodate Holgate, who's absolutely has to play. Baines and Coleman and actual wing backs and are at their best when we're on the front foot. So it makes sense to go with 3 and put Holgate in there. Yes, it's a fluid system at the moment. Sometimes it's 3, sometimes we move over to 4 and Holgate goes into right back, and that seems to be working really, really well when it's played like that. The 3 at the back only really didn't work against Chelsea, and that was because of the makeup of the back 3, which we said at the time. It was Williams, it was Jags, it was Funes Mori. When Holgate's in there, it works great because he's a great defender, he's got pace, and he's also quite comfortable on the ball. So when he's in there, it works perfectly for me. Omar Lasker, who's a Manchester City supporter, thank you for pointing that out to me, says, fair play Everton, good win, you deserved it. We are a charity case of a club. If you're out of form, you want to play us. We're not quite out of form. Bully does in midfield, which made the poor games our creative players were already having far worse. Massive clear out needed, 8 to 10 plus needs to go. All in all, the better team won. Now catch United for us. Well, listen, Omar, it's not about catching Man United, it's about catching you, and it's about catching Tottenham, and it's about catching the other lot, and it's about catching Chelsea. Because well, listen, we're dreamers here. That's what we want. We aspire to be the best. We don't aspire to be Man City. We aspire to be the best, and that's what we want to do. But oh my God, if you need to get rid of 8 to 10 players, then God help the rest of the world. But at least they've got somewhere to go now. They can all go to China and play for your Chinese club. David Hamilton says, I remember when we beat Liverpool at Anfield in 1995 and Joe Royal said, Dave Watson's smile needs to be surgically removed. By the looks of it, Baz, so will yours. Oh, what a match. Get in. Do you know what? it's interesting that you point out the derby, because I was having a little think to myself before, and I know the game was yesterday, and I know there's going to be so many games in between, but I'm relishing the idea of going to Anfield. This will all disappear, by the way. This will all disappear. But I'm relishing the idea of the likes of Tom Davies going to Anfield for the first time. It was like when Rooney went to Anfield and he hit the bar. It was the closest he ever got for scoring against him. I think we drew 0-0. And he hit the bar. It was just that idea of that Wayne Rooney had scored in front of our fans in a derby. Now, could you imagine Tom Davies? I think Tom Davies would go to Anfield and just be like, oh my God, let's get it on. Do you know what I mean? I think he'd love that. So, it's when you've got players like that in your team that, I think that, this is what we said last week, and this is what I've said loads of times. There's too many losing attitudes at Everton, there's too many people, and you look at Tom Davies and think, he knows what it's all about. He hasn't had it kicked out of him yet. He's an Evertonian, his family are all Evertonians, his uncle played for Everton, won a league medal. They know what it's all about, and I get the feeling that Tom Davies knows what it's all about, and I can't wait to see him going to Castle Grayskull and having a good go at them. So today, yeah. Wow Day says, coming from a Liverpool fan, Everton looked fantastic. Davies looked solid, and it was a good finish for the goal. Looks like it could be an exciting prospect. Where have you been? I've been telling you this for months. He is an exciting prospect. Very exciting. His hair's amazing. The beard. I'm not. The beard does remind me of when I was his age and I was trying to grow a beard. To be fair, it's very shaggy, isn't it? From Scooby Doo, massively shaggy from Scooby Doo. So the hair, yes. Maybe the beard, no. But listen, the man can do what he wants at the moment. Can do what absolutely wants. Walks on water at the moment. James Dunlop, always good comments from James. A big mention to Bradley Lowry. Great day for him to come. He was a brave young man. He deserves the recognition he gets. And condolences to Graham Taylor's family. What a gentleman he was. Great football man. But made up with today. Best day ever. Come on, you Blues. James, you've just put everything into one comment there. Bradley Lowry, just what an inspiration this boy and his family are to the rest of us. When you think you've got troubles, I was talking to Baz last week and he was in a, don't want to go into it, but he was doing something for work and he sent me this message and I was just like, and we're moaning about footy. Do you know what I mean? We're moaning about footy. This kid, him and his family are just cherishing every single day. And Everton, listen, this is Everton Football Club. This is what we do amazingly. Everyone at the football club does this amazingly. We can have a go at them for different things, but this kind of thing is what Everton are absolutely amazing at. So, a fantastic day for him. And you know what I loved as well? I loved the fact that they let him walk out in his Sunderland kit. I know he came back home with an Everton kit, but they let him walk out in his Sunderland kit. I just thought that was boss. There was no like, oh no, you're going to have to put this on. It was, that's that little boy's team, and it doesn't matter. Let that little boy enjoy himself. And he put an Everton kit on at the end. I'm sure the club's got a little special place for him and his family. So amazing. And yeah, Graham Taylor as well. I said this last week. Go and watch the documentary about him. There's a generation not seen this documentary. It's amazing. The kind of things that he has to go through, the kind of people he has to deal with, and he always faced it as a gentleman. He never swears. He goes over to a line and just goes, "Can you tell your colleague he's just got me the sack?" And he's just like, just so nice about it. So yeah, great football man. Great comment, James. And that's it. Thanks for all your comments. We always appreciate them. We've got the nice shiny graphics, thanks to Joe now to put them on the screen as well, to get them out there in their full glory. We love them every week. We try and get back to it on the comments as well. There's always mad comments about me and my hair or what I'm wearing. I particularly love the Reds, who have all got onto my Everton beating Liverpool DVD. So what? It's football. Cherish the games. Cherish every game you win. Don't be so stuck up your own arse. I've got. Try and go watching. I know we won the cup. Try and go and watch the Everton versus Man United 1995 Cup final. It's a horrific game to watch. I don't care. We won. That's all it's all about. And we won against Man City 4-0. Happy days. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.